Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of a digital inspection endoscope. This is the MS450. This is from the Teslong brand. It's 4.5 inch IPS screen, waterproof borescope, inspection camera. It will take pictures in 1080 progressive frames and video at 720p progressive frames. It includes a 32 gigabyte internal micro SD cards, LED lights, dual cameras so that you can look forward and look to the side, and this very nice holder right here. So let's first take a look at this. This has got a nice handle on there. It's all padded. You open this up and you have access to everything you need. This is the cable that has the camera on there, the special connector. This is the charging USB Type-C. These are some accessories. We're going to show all how to use those. Then you open this up and you have the unit right there. Very nice. So this keeps everything all in one place. You can bring it to a job site and have everything all together. Now, first I'm going to mention, I've been testing these types of units, and this is the first one that I've tested, that has its own display. And when you have the other ones that require your phone or require an app or require a PC, they really get kind of annoying to use. This is really nice. And what's great is this will record and take pictures of what you see, and you can record also, and you could download it to your computer by taking the SD card out, micro SD card out, or using the included cable on your PC or your Apple system to get access to that video for editing. Another thing that's really nice about this unit is it has sound. And as you're recording, there's a microphone right here so you can narrate what's happening. On the bottom of this, you can see it has a rubberized seal, and there is the micro SD card, and there is the USB Type-C slot right on there. And this unit itself is pretty water resistant, but it's not as resistant as the probe. The probe itself is very water resistant. On the top right here, there is this button, and this is what locks and unlocks the actual probe and cable. We're going to show that. And this is the display itself. When you turn it on, you just hold this down like that, and it comes on. It's going to say there's no camera. We're going to connect that and show that. It has the battery status there and the SD card right there, and the date and time there, and a little status telling you that's in the picture mode. On the bottom of this unit, it has the speaker right there, and there is a reset button in case you need to reset the whole system. Now, this is firmware version 3.5. The company also provides a simple manual that tells you how to operate the device completely. That's nicely written also. The display is 4.5 inches IPS display. It has and it is color screen, helps you capture more stable and clear images. It has a built-in 2500 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. So there's no waiting, no booting, no Wi-Fi. Very simple to use, and you use right out of the box. The rating of the borescope tip is IP67, and I'm going to have a slide of that, and that means it's very water resistant, dust resistant, and it can be under 1 meter depth of water for up to 30 minutes. And the monitor itself, as I mentioned, is not IP67, but it is rain proof with the seals closed on there, so that you don't have to worry about getting little splashes of water on there. The company provides a full 18-month worry-free warranty and customer service. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to charge the unit. There's an included USB to USB-C on here. I'm going to plug this into a USB port that I have by my studio, and then on the bottom of the unit, you have a rubber flap, and you plug it into the USB-C port right on there, and this blinks. I don't know if the camera could pick it up, but it blinks. And when it's charging, finished charging, it will stop blinking. It takes about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to fully charge a dead battery. And that's all you need to do to charge it. Real simple. This is also how you get data. I'll show that later on your computer. So you take this off. I'm going to show you what's next on here. So this included cable, inspection cable on here, which is the 16 foot. When you want, the way you plug this in and out is on the bottom of the unit. There is this button, and you push that button, that allows you to remove it. Now when you put this in, you hear a click. That click right there is important. Once you do that, it stays in place, and you have to hit that button to release it. Another thing this button does, which is nice, if you don't have the stand on here I'm going to show, then it causes this to have a little bit of a lift, and then you could hear the sound because the speaker is in the back of the unit. Now speaking about the stand, it has this simple little stand that's included, and that goes on the back of the unit, and it only goes one way. It locks into that little hole right there, and then you rotate this clockwise, and then you have a nice little stand that stays in place when you're inspecting, so that it holds the thing nicely so you can view it. You still have to hold this because the cable is rigid, but that works really well. There's also two other simple attachments that come in this little container right here, and let me show you what these are. One is a magnet that goes on the probe, and the other one is a hook. Sometimes you want to use this long 16-foot snake cable to retrieve things. And the way these go on is you unscrew this piece of aluminum right there. I put little dots of white out on there so I could see it. And then you screw these on, then you have a hook function and a magnet function on there. Just handy to have. Another thing I'm going to recommend, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to show you something. So right away it comes on, and you could see my image right there. And what I like to do on all of my inspection cameras is I put a whiteout line. If you look on the top right there, I put a little line of whiteout on there where it represents the top 0 point of the camera. So now I know that that's the top, and if I rotate this, I know that my image is correct. And that way you get a reference point so that you know what you're looking at, that is the top. I'd highly recommend you do that. It just makes things a little easier. Now in terms of this operation, let's go over that next. You have a little brightness adjustment right there, and you could hit that and go, first one was high, medium, low, and then off. So high, medium, low, off. Now depending on what you're looking at, sometimes you won't need to have the light at all. But if it's something that's not lit on the inside, you want to have that light on there. That's very handy to have. So there's a lot of functions on here. It's in the picture mode by default. See that little symbol right there? So if I hit this, makes the picture sound, and it's actually taking pictures of the image. Now if I want to take video of what I'm looking at, then I can go to this mode button right here, and you see that little video symbol comes up right there. And then you hit this button right here, and you'll see a counter of the camera's picking up. There's a little red counter right there, and it's blinking red. And now it's taking video and audio. The microphone again is right down over there. Now you have video and audio going on, and it's filling up the micro SD card that was included right there. So let's go over more of the functions here. You have a button right here, and that's how you get to your settings. And if you hit that, you can see resolution. You have a date stamp. You have whether you want the shutter sound on or off. You hit this again, and you get another set of settings. You could turn auto power on and off. You have a choice of languages, setting the date and time. You could format the micro SD card, and you could return everything to the default setting. And then here is the version. You can see the actual version number right there. So that's how you get to all the settings. for the system itself. Now when you're taking pictures or video, there is a button right here, and if I hit that button, it turns off the main front camera, and then it turns on the side camera. And now you can see it's looking at the side image on there. And then if you hit this again, it goes back to the front camera. So that's nice if you're going in somewhere and you want to look at something on the side. It allows you to look at the side image, and then you can go back and forth to the front image on there or the side. So that's really handy when you're inspecting something like a cylinder head on a car or an intake manifold on a car, because then you could be going in, look at the front, and all of a sudden you can look at the side. And I want to point out that when you go to the side camera, it is illuminated, and you have a choice of the brightness also. So you see my finger right there. I can go high, medium, low, and off. So you have a choice of turning that light completely off or having it be a different high, medium, low, or off. And that's nice because now you can illuminate those side images also if you're in total darkness on the side. So you have a choice, and then you could just like also illuminate the front, just like I'm showing you right here. So it's very flexible. It allows you to do a lot of inspection on the side and the front of anything you're really looking at. So here I want to give an example. Here is a aluminum pipe from an umbrella, outside umbrella, and it's really narrow. But let's say you want to inspect the inside of this. So I'm going to put the camera in, just like that, slide it down, and you can see the cool image you're getting on there. You're looking right inside this tube. I mean, look at that. It's like you're a bug or something looking inside there. So, I mean, you could see if there was something in there you're trying to inspect or get, you could actually look inside that small tube. Let's say I want a side view. I hit the side view right there, and now I have a side view of the aluminum. And again, I could change the brightness of that side view. And, you know, I can rotate this, and you can see the side view is showing me the pieces of aluminum right on the side. Let's go back to a front view, and there you get that neat little tunnel view of that pipe. So it's very handy. I mean, this is a really small pipe, and this could be an electrical conduit in your house that you're trying to inspect. You might have animals in your wall, mice, a dead animal or a mouse, and you want to inspect it in a small little hole on your drywall. This is the tool for that. Now when you're in the video mode, and I'm recording right now, this button has an interesting function. It allows you to change the zoom. So let's take a look here. So there's 3 different settings, and that way you could zoom in and out when you're looking at something. Sometimes you want to be further away, other times you want to be more close up. So that allows you to do that right during the video recording, which is a nice feature. So another nice feature is I'm in the picture taking mode, and I could zoom in and out by using that button right there. I could also rotate 180 degrees. Sometimes you want to zoom in, sometimes you want to zoom out, depending on what you're looking at with the probe. That's a nice feature. So another thing I want to point out is these probes are interchangeable. You can get other probes from this manufacturer to plug into this unit. Another important thing is you want to keep this charged at least once every couple of months, because you don't want the battery to get too low, because this power switch is monitored by the battery and it will eventually discharge it down. So you want to keep this thing charged every couple of months. And to turn the unit off, you just hold this down like that and it shuts the unit off. And turning it on, you just hold it just like that. Another nice feature is while you're watching a video, you can hit that button right there and it goes to 2 times the speed. And then 4 times the speed of the video. So that way and 8 times of the speed. So that way you could fast forward the videos you're taking 2 or 4 or 8, so that you can go through your video really fast, so you don't have to go through the whole video. Let's say at the 2-minute mark there was something you saw on your viewing on the video, you just advance it using that. That's a nice feature on there. So 2, 4 or 8x. So the included cable is a charging cable and a data cable. And I'm going to show you that right now. So on the bottom of the unit, you remove the rubber seal and you put in the USB-C connector, just like that. And I have this going to my PC. I have it going right to a USB port right there. So now you can see it's charging, it's blinking, and let's hold this down. And you see you get the symbol right there that it is a micro USB card in there. And on my computer comes up with the files right there. And of course I could double click on them, and there are all the files right there. There's the JPEGs, images I took, little test images, and there's also the movie that comes up with me testing the unit right there. So very nice, very simple. You can use your computer, or you could take the USB card right out of the device if you want to, and just take the micro USB out right there, and you can put it on a reader and do it that way also. It's ever easier for you. You can also edit these pictures, and you could delete the ones you don't want anymore, as opposed to using the editing function on the device. So I do use a program called Media Info. It's free, and it shows the video settings on here. So it shows that it is, let me zoom in here, it's showing me that it is 720 by 1280. It's about 5164 kilobits per second, the bit rate, and it is a movie file. Format is AVC, which is really popular right now. It's progressive, which is what you want for video. So that's telling me that it is what you'd expect to have a video coming out of a device. This way you could edit this video and use it if you want on your computer on a video. So here's an example. I'm going to look into my sink right here. So I have the LEDs turned on right there, and again we can adjust the brightness. I'm going to keep it on full brightness. Now this is a relatively small opening. Let's say you had something clogging this. There you can see it's very clear. Boy, you can see how much calcium buildup is in there. I thought that was clean. So that's the water you can see in there, and it's sitting in the little U tube. The water prevents gases from going into the air. But look at that. I need to do a CLR on this. I didn't even realize that. So if we change to the side, we're going to hit this button right here. Now that's the side view, and of course the side view just is the tube itself, and then there you could see more debris. Wow, it's not that clean. So lets me see where any blockage is, or whether something is clean or not clean. In this case, it's not that clean, so it gives me an idea of what I need to do to clean that up. So here's another example. This is the right sink where you have the food disposal in there. Let's take a look at what we see inside there. So let's see. So there's the metal bolt that has the blades on there. Again, you can see the detail there. You can see all the detail of the debris. Now I'm going to start recording. So that was a picture. Let's go to recording right there. And now the recording symbol comes on. And now let's inspect right there. And there's that bolt that is loose. So it shows you the debris in there. And there is something sticking there, a piece of metal. There's one of the blades, showing me the blade itself. So again, this has to be cleaned. And if we go to the side view, there's the side camera. And now the side camera is allowing me to see the slightly rusted aluminum pieces or steel pieces on there. One might be loose. There's the blade right there. Totally different angle of it. Really nice. Once you orientate yourself, then you could realize what you're looking at. And that's pretty neat. So what's my overall opinion about the Teslong brand, the MS450 dual lens endoscope camera with the 4.5-inch IPS screen, waterproof borescope with dual cameras, LED lights, 16-foot snake cable, 32 gigabit micro SD card included. I love this product. As I demonstrated, I was able to snake and look into my left and right sink, anywhere that you want to look and inspect something. And this is such a small diameter that you're going to be able to get into anything you need to inspect. This thing worked really well. I love the fact that it has a standalone display on there. The fact that it records audio and you could download the video and records video and snapshots. Very high quality build. It feels very professional, very solid. I'm going to give it a full 5-star rating on my channel. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you'll alert to new video uploads. And if you like this review, please hit the like button. I hope the information I presented helped you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.